Good afternoon. My name is Tom Hoechst, and I'm the Mayor of Alton. Joining me today is Dr. Ken Spells, who is the Superintendent of the Alton School System. And we have our Police Chief David Hayes here and our Fire Chief Bernie Sebold. As everyone across the nation was stunned by the recent tragedy in Newtown, and given the details that have emerged so far about the shooting, we wanted to take this opportunity to inform you of the programs that we have in place and to just reassure everybody that we are currently do everything on a daily basis to prevent exactly this type of activity in Alton. The speakers today, they can elaborate on exactly what the specifics of our precautionary measures are, but I wanted to point out that we do have an increased police presence daily at all of our schools, whether it be parochial or private. Some of these police patrols are visible, but you can tell a uniformed officer, and some are not. So sometimes if you don't see a police officer car there, it doesn't mean they're not there. Our local high school on a daily basis has members of the Madison County Sheriff's Department on duty year-round, and our middle school has Alton police officers on duty year-round. Rest assured that the city is taking every precaution possible to ensure the safety of our children. And with that being said, Dr. Spells, would you like to?
Yes. Good afternoon. I just want everybody to know that student safety is our top priority in our school district. I visited all buildings today, meeting with students and staff and principals, revisiting our security procedures, talking to staff about our security procedures. We have practiced security drills throughout the year. A couple years ago, we came up with a new camera system where we buzz parents and staff in. So we've tried to be proactive in this department when it comes to student safety. 3 years ago, through a federal grant, Alton School District underwent extensive planning and training surrounding crisis prevention and intervention. So again, we try to be very proactive in what we're doing, and we're always looking at different ways to tweak our procedures.
With that being said, I don't know if the media has any specific questions. We had our monthly staff meeting this morning, and naturally this topic came up about the security of our children. And the chief, police and fire, both were telling me measures that are in place on a daily basis. Some of them I wasn't even aware of. So if the media has any questions for either chief, they'd be glad to address them with you. Or if not, I just wanted to call this today to let everybody know we were concerned and we were doing everything in our power to provide the safety of our children at our schools.
I have a question. You talked about extra security, extra police officers. Is this, did this just start since what happened on Friday in Newtown? Have we had this going on? And if this has been something that you've done, are we going to kind of beef that up?
Well, the answer to the question is initially 3 years ago we started our increased visible presence in all of our school zones with the new texting and driving on cell phones through school zones. So we created a greater police presence to try to thwart that effort and frankly for the benefit of the safety of the kids going to and from school. The byproduct of that is that we don't know really what we prevent by having our presence there. But today, we were out of the cars today. We're normally just sitting in front of the schools monitoring traffic. But today we had all of our officers out of the cars at the front door of the schools, greeting the parents and the children to reassure them that we are there for them and that if they have any concerns, safety issues or concerns, we can address those. We, as like a lot of police agencies that are surrounding us, most if not all of them practice the same model of active shooter response to schools that we do. Just 2 months ago, every member of the Alton Police Department went through active shooter training that's designed for not only schools but any public building, hospital, that we're prepared to address active shooter situations. The old traditional method of surround the place, secure it, wait for SWAT are days of years past. All of our frontline officers are prepared to address these with, we all carry patrol rifles in our cars now, and those rifles those officers are trained with to try to find and neutralize the threat of an active shooter in the school. Quite frankly, police officers, when they have a situation like this, as I'm sure in Newtown, You run towards the sound of gunfire, and you continue to do that until you neutralize the threat. Now, we work hand in hand with especially the Madison County Sheriff's Department because the Alton High School is situated in their venue. So when we have a situation like this, we would call for mutual aid assistance from other agencies, and we want to make sure that we are all trained in the exact same model, so when we're speaking the lingo of what we're getting ready to do, everybody understands that. Now, with regard to practicing these drills, twice a year, we do checks with our canine officers. We go through and do drug sweeps in the schools, and this is the opportunity to have a collateral training effort, and then we lock the school down and go through active shooter lockdown drills, which all teachers, faculty, and staff know what that means, and they all know what to do, as Mr. Spells just alluded to. They're all trained. We work together, school district, faculty, and staff, every year to practice these lockdown drills so that everybody knows what they need to do when the time comes that may need to be the case.
Can you go back real quick and talk a little bit about how the schools are physically kind of secure right now? You know, we understand the officers being there. Do we lock the doors during school hours? I mean, can you talk about how we're keeping the schools?
All school buildings in the city of Alton, and that includes parochial schools and public school buildings, are all locked down. They have all of the exterior doors are locked all day long during school hours. They all have remote access that the secretarial staff has a video monitor that they watch that front door where somebody can be buzzed in. So we are going over those to retrain everybody to make sure that they understand before they let somebody in the building that they're looking at the monitor and knowing and communicating with who they're getting ready to let in the building. And every school building in the city has surveillance and security cameras inside of them as well. So we feel like we're prepared as much as most of our neighbors are. And this is a universal issue of concern in law enforcement and EMS responders, that we all know what our roles are and be prepared for these things when they happen, because just like in Newtown, nobody thinks it's going to happen to them, and that's when it usually makes you vulnerable. So we just want to make sure that everybody understands that everybody, that in as much as we can with the emergency responders, are prepared, and I speak for my law enforcement colleagues when I say we are prepared and we are trained to handle these things. The important thing is to make sure that the public is calmed and understand that we are there and we are capable of handling these when they do happen. I don't know much more than I can say. We want to make sure that, you know, one of the worst things that can happen in a threat, and frankly we get bogus threats once in a while, and just like it happened in Granite City this morning, the worst thing that happened in that whole issue is that the parents all bombarded the school and tried to get their kids and take them out of those schools, and that is the very worst thing that you can do when you have a situation like that. All statistics point to barricading in place is the safest and smartest thing to do, and that's what we teach our faculty and staff members of our school district buildings and the parochial schools, to stay barricaded in place and follow the protocols for these active shooter measures that you've been trained to do. And if you do that, the chances of diminishing the loss of life are a lot greater.
Superintendent Sebold, you said today that you went and reviewed the security measures with the staff at the different schools. Was it just a review, or was there anything that you learned from the shooting in Connecticut that made you change something, or was it just reviewing what you already had in place?
I was just reviewing what we had in place. I was walking around with principals and staff and just trying to make sure that our students are safe and assure parents that our students are safe in all the school district.
Anything you learned from that shooting that caused you to change something or to rethink something, or to maybe enhance what you have already in place?
Well, I'm going to meet with my team tomorrow, and we're going to talk about some different security items. I asked my staff to email me any suggestions that they have to improve security, and we're just going to work through the punch list tomorrow.
Sir, what's your take on, there's been a lot of talk today, you know, on guns in schools and staff members and teachers being trained. What's your take on that as a superintendent? Would that be a good idea?
I'm not there yet as a superintendent. I would have a problem with that at this time. I don't know if that could help I don't know if it would cause more problems than it's worth. I need to have some more dialogue with my staff, have dialogue with the police department, and we will take it from there.
And if I might add there, Dr. Spells, I think what's happened is it's kind of premature for all the details of what exactly happened in Newtown to come out. And probably a lot of that is due to the sensitivity of the families. But I think within the next 3 or 4 weeks, as they start putting all this together and the pieces fall in place, perhaps something new can be learned there. I don't think anybody's quite sure exactly well. I'm sure the state police in Connecticut are sure of what went on, but as far as the media, I don't think that they're up to speed yet. I would think that there's a lot of detail work to be done yet before that all comes out.
Do the classrooms in the schools have locks from the inside?
All of our classrooms do. Again, this morning at staff, that was addressed by the fire chief. The fire department, if you want to talk chief, does an annual inspection of every classroom in every school in the complete Alton School District. And all those doors are to be locked from the inside in case of an emergency. The small windows, they're placed so a person can't shoot, say in this case, through that window and reach in and open it. You can't reach that. That's another safety factor.
Are there any metal detectors in any of the buildings?
That, I don't know. No. Mr. Slaughter here is representing Marquette Catholic High School and the parochial schools of the city too. So he's sitting back there in the back. Wanted to let you know that we involved all of our schools in this.
Any other questions?
I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming. Thank you.